For thousands of years, walls were humanity's last line of defense. Before the thunder of gunpowder, the flight of aircraft, or the command of modern armies, civilizations relied on the enduring strength of stone, the resourcefulness of earth, and the wisdom of geography to protect their people. Across continents and centuries, these fortifications became both literal and symbolic boundaries between safety and peril. In a world where the unknown loomed just beyond the horizon, these walls stood as testaments to ingenuity and determination. They were not merely barriers, but complex systems, integrating watchtowers, moats, and secret passageways, crafted from the landscape itself, shaped by the hands and hopes of entire peoples. Their stones hold stories of triumph, tragedy, and the ceaseless march of time. Today we embark on a journey to discover the top 15 most impressive ancient walls and fortifications. Their stones may be weathered, but their legends remain. Let us begin with number 15. High above the Judean desert, the walls of Masada crown a remote plateau, standing in silent vigilance over the Dead Sea. Built by King Herod in the 1st century BCE, these fortifications transformed a natural fortress into an impregnable stronghold. Their design leveraged the sheer cliffs, nearly 400 meters in height, rendering direct assault nearly impossible. Within these stone ramparts, a small group of Jewish rebels once withstood the might of Rome, their defiance echoing through history. The siege of Masada remains legendary. Roman legions, determined to breach this sanctuary, constructed an enormous ramp to scale the heights. Yet, the defenders' resolve was unbroken until the very end, their story becoming a symbol of endurance and sacrifice. Today, the battered walls and remnants of Herod's palaces whisper of a time when courage and stone stood against the tides of empire. In the south of France, the fortified city of Carcassonne rises like a vision from a medieval tapestry. Its double ring of towering walls, dotted with more than 50 watchtowers, encircle a labyrinth of cobbled streets, originally constructed in the Gallo-Roman era and later expanded in the Middle Ages. These walls endured centuries of conflict, witnessing crusades and sieges. Carcassonne's enduring silhouette owes much to 19th century restoration, when architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc revived its turrets and battlements, preserving the city as a living museum of medieval defense. Today its walls are both a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a testament to the artistry and tenacity of those who shaped them. At sunset, the golden light glances off their ancient stones, as if time itself pauses in admiration. Winding across the Aravalli Hills for more than 36 kilometers, the walls of Kumbalgar Fort are among the longest in the world. Built in the 15th century by Rana Kumbha, these formidable defenses protected the Mewar kingdom from invaders and provided refuge in the times of peril. The walls, thick enough to accommodate 8 horses riding abreast, snake through rugged terrain, punctuated by bastions and gates. Not only a military bastion, Kumbalgar is a cultural treasure, now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Within its embrace lie palaces, temples, and reservoirs, silent witnesses to centuries of royal intrigue and strategic brilliance. The scale and audacity of these walls are a testament to the vision of a ruler determined to safeguard his people against the uncertainties of a turbulent world. Perched above the city of Granada, the Alhambra's walls are masterpieces of Moorish architecture, their reddish hues glowing in the Andalusian sun. Erected in the 13th and 14th centuries, these fortifications encircle a palace complex famed for its intricate courtyards and gardens. The walls, adorned with crenellations and watchtowers, were designed not only for defense but also to project the power and sophistication of the Nasrid dynasty. Inside, the walls enclose a world of artistry. Stuccoed halls, tiled fountains, and slender columns that offered both refuge and a statement of cultural identity. The Alhambra's fortifications protected its treasures through centuries of conflict, bearing silent witness to the ebb and flow of empires. Today, they stand as enduring symbols of the fusion between strength and beauty. Beneath the sands of the Jordan Valley, the ancient city of Jericho reveals one of humanity's earliest known fortifications. Dating back to around 8000 BCE, the walls of Jericho were constructed from stone and mud brick, encircling a Neolithic settlement long before the rise of great empires. These early barriers, complemented by a massive stone tower, mark the dawn of urban defense. Archaeologists have marveled at the ingenuity of these ancient builders, who marshaled communal effort to construct walls nearly 2 meters thick. Their purpose remains a subject of debate. Were they built to guard against invaders, wild animals, or even floods? Whatever their original intent, the walls of Jericho signal the birth of organized societies and the enduring human urge to create boundaries of safety. As the might of Rome waned in the 3rd century CE, Emperor Aurelian ordered the construction of mighty walls to encircle the Eternal City. Rising more than 6 meters high and studded with defensive towers, these fortifications stretched for nearly 19 kilometers, incorporating earlier structures and adapting to the changing threats of the age. The Aurelian walls were a response to new dangers: barbarian incursions and the fragmentation of imperial power. They transformed Rome from an open metropolis into a fortress, providing security for its citizens through centuries of turmoil. Even today, the battered remains of these walls snake through the modern city, a tangible link to a time when Rome girded itself against the storms of history. On the windswept plains of Anatolia, the ruins of Troy evoke a world of myth and legend. The city's walls, first raised in the Bronze Age, were famed for their strength and cunning design. According to Homer's epic, they stood for 10 years against the besieging Achaeans. Their towers and gates, the backdrop for stories of heroism and tragedy. Archaeological excavations have revealed multiple layers of fortification, each testifying to cycles of destruction and renewal. The walls of Troy are more than mere stone. They are the fabric of legend, blending fact and fiction into a tale that has fascinated humanity for millennia. Here, the boundary between history and myth is as impenetrable as the ancient ramparts themselves. Once among the most splendid cities of the ancient world, Babylon was encircled by formidable walls, their foundations laid in mud brick and blue-glazed tile. Rising to dazzling heights and punctuated by the legendary Ishtar Gate, these fortifications proclaim the city's wealth and power along the banks of the Euphrates. The walls of Babylon, described by Herodotus as wide enough for chariots to race atop, were both a shield and a symbol, guarding great ziggurats, palaces, and gardens that inspired awe for centuries. Though time and conquest have left only fragments, the legend of Babylon's walls endures, entwined with tales of gods and empires. Stretching across the wilds of northern Britain, Hadrian's Wall marked the edge of Roman ambition. Constructed in the 2nd century CE under the orders of Emperor Hadrian, this barrier spanned 117 kilometers, with stone and turf ramparts punctuated by mile castles and forts. The wall served not only as a defense against raiders from the north, but as a statement of imperial will, defining the limits of Roman order and civilization. Today, its stones stand in silent testimony to an empire's reach, threading across windswept moorlands and green hills, drawing thousands to walk its ancient path. No wall has captured the world's imagination like the Great Wall of China, stretching for more than 21,000 kilometers across mountains, deserts, and plains. It is really the product of centuries of labor and ingenuity. Built in stages from the 7th century BCE to the Ming Dynasty, its stones and earthworks were shaped by millions of hands. This immense barrier was both a shield against nomadic invasions and a conduit for trade and communication. Watchtowers and beacon platforms dot its length, their silhouettes merging with the landscape. Today, the Great Wall is a symbol not just of defense, but of a civilization's enduring ambition to unite, protect, and inspire. Above the Incan capital of Cusco, the fortress of Sacsayhuaman stands as a marvel of engineering and vision. Its walls are famed for their zigzag pattern and cyclopean stonework, massive limestone blocks, some weighing over 100 tons, fitted with such precision that not even a blade of grass can slip between them. Strategically positioned to oversee the surrounding valleys, Sacsayhuaman was both a ceremonial center and a military bastion. The ingenuity of its construction, achieved without mortar or modern tools, remains a subject of wonder. Here, the harmony between human will and nature's challenge is etched in every stone. In the heart of southern Africa, the ruins of Great Zimbabwe rise from the savanna, their dry stone walls forming intricate enclosures and passageways. Built between the 11th and 15th centuries, the site's great enclosure is the largest ancient structure in sub-Saharan Africa. Its walls soaring up to 11 meters without mortar. Controlled access points and elaborate towers hint at both defensive and ceremonial purposes. Great Zimbabwe was once a thriving center of trade, its wealth drawn from gold and cattle, its influence stretching across the region. The enduring walls speak of a sophisticated society, their silent presence a reminder of Africa's rich and complex history. Encircling the legendary city of Constantinople, the Theodosian walls were among the most formidable defenses of the ancient world. Constructed in the 5th century CE, they comprised 3 layers, an outer moat, an inner and outer wall, and a host of towers and gates. For more than a millennium, these ramparts repelled countless sieges, earning a reputation for impregnability. The wall's design was a masterstroke of military engineering, integrating overlapping fields of fire and multiple fallback positions. Only the advent of gunpowder and massive cannons could finally breach them in 1453. Even in ruin, the Theodosian walls remind us of an age when cities stood as citadels against the tides of conquest. Hidden within the forests of southern Nigeria lies one of Africa's greatest feats of engineering, the Walls of Benin. Built between the 13th and 15th centuries, these earthworks once stretched for over 16,000 kilometers, an immense network of ditches, ramparts, and moats, enclosing the city and surrounding villages. The walls served not only as physical barriers but as expressions of royal authority, their construction mobilizing thousands under the Oba of Benin. Though much has been lost, the surviving remnants testify to a civilization of extraordinary organization and skill, whose legacy endures in the red earth and living traditions of Benin City. Rising abruptly from the plains of Sri Lanka, Sigiriya Rock Fortress is a marvel of ancient ingenuity. Perched atop a 200-meter granite outcrop, the citadel was constructed in the 5th century CE by King Kashyapa. Its elevation offered not only commanding views but formidable natural defenses, reinforced by massive walls, moats, and boulder gardens. Sigiriya's most iconic feature is the Lion Gateway, gigantic stone paws flanking the main staircase, once part of an enormous sculpted lion that guarded the entrance. Ingenious hydraulic systems channeled water through reservoirs and fountains, ensuring life atop the rock. Today, Sigiriya's blend of artistry, engineering, and natural wonder continues to captivate all who ascend its ancient steps. Across continents and centuries, the ancient walls and fortifications we have explored stand as enduring legacies of human resilience and creativity. Each stone, each rampart tells a story, not just of battles fought or borders drawn, but of societies striving to endure, to thrive, and to define themselves against the uncertainties beyond their gates. These structures shape the destinies of civilizations, protecting entire cultures and enabling the flowering of art, commerce, and learning within their embrace. They transformed landscapes, inspired legends, and set the stage for the dramas of history. Even as time weathers their surfaces and modernity overtakes their purpose, their presence reminds us of our shared quest for security and belonging. Let us remember that the greatest walls are not just barriers, they are bridges across time, linking us to the hopes and fears of those who came before. In their shadow, we glimpse the enduring spirit of humanity, ever determined to defy the passage of time.